Hello students, now in this video let us see some more examples on relations. Now let us see the example in which suppose the condition is given to us and we have to give an example on that. Give one example of a relation for which or for each. Suppose the first condition is that the relation should be reflexive and symmetric. But not transitive. So now we have to write a relation on this which satisfies this condition. So now let me assume the solution of this one. Let me assume a non-empty set A having the elements 1, 2 and 3. Now let us define a relation R on this set A as and a relation on A is R, that is equal to, suppose having the elements or having the order pairs 1, 1, 2, 2, it should be reflexive. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 should belongs to that. Now suppose few more pairs belongs to as 2, 3, suppose 3, 2, 1, 3 and suppose 3, 1. Now here the 1, 1 belongs to it, 2, 2 belongs to it, 3, 3 belongs to it. Means for all elements of A is the element related to itself. Means it is reflexive. Now for symmetry, A related to B, then B must related to A. So here 1 related to 3, so 3 related to 1. Means it is symmetric. Also 2 related to 3 and 3 also related to 2. So 2 pairs in which A related to B and B related to A is there. So it is symmetric. Now let us see the pair. Let us find out the pair for which it is not transitive. Now look at it. 1 related to 1. Now here 2 related to 3, 3 related to 2, so 2 related to 2 here. Now look at here, 2 related to 3, 3 related to 1, but 2 related to 1 is not here. So now here we are able to find such a pair, then it is not transitive, otherwise it will become transitive. Here x related to x belongs to R. For all x belongs to A implies R is reflexive. Also for each pair xy belongs to R, the reverse pair, if we change the order, yx also belongs to R, so that implies this R is symmetric. But 2 related to 3, 3 related to 1 and 2, 1 doesn't belongs to R. Here I can say belongs to R and 2 related to it, but this one doesn't belongs to R, implies R is not transitive. Therefore this is an example for this. It is reflexive, symmetric but not transitive. Now let us see the next case. In next case, suppose the relation should be reflexive. And transitive. But not symmetric. but not symmetric. Now here also suppose let me assume set A having the elements 1, 2, 3 and relation on A is suppose R that consists the pairs 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 and suppose one more pair 1, 2. Now here clearly for all x belongs to A, x belongs to R. So that implies R is reflexive. Clearly it is reflexive. Now here 1, 2 belongs to R but 2, 1 doesn't belongs to R. It doesn't belong to R. So this implies R is not symmetric. R is not symmetric. Now let us see about transitivity. Now 1 is related to 1 and 1 is related to 2. So 1 is related to 2. So again it is and 1, 1 belongs to R. 1, 2 belongs to R. That implies again 1, 2 belongs to R. So that implies R is transitive. So this is a relation which satisfies the given condition that it is reflexive, transitive but not symmetric. Now the next condition is that symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. So the next one symmetric. Now here again let A be the set with elements 1, 2, 3 and relation R on A as R consisting the elements 1, 2 and 2, 1 suppose only. Now here for all x belongs to A, x doesn't belongs to R. So that implies R is not reflexive. R is not reflexive. Also 1, 2 and 2, 1 belongs to R but from this 1, 1 doesn't belongs to R. So that implies R is not transitive. R is not transitive and 1, 2 belongs to R and implies 2, 1 also belongs to R. So that implies R is symmetric. Means this relation satisfies the condition that the relation should be symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Now the next case is that antisymmetric but not transitive. So again let A be the set with elements 1, 2, 3 and a relation R on A as suppose R consisting the order pairs 1, 1, 2, 3 and 3, 1. Now here 1 related to 3 related to 1, 1 related to 1. So again 3 related to 1 is there. 2 related to 3, 3 related to 1, but 2 related to 1 is absent. Here 2, 3 belongs to R, 2, 3 and 3, 1 belongs to R, but from this 2 1 doesn't belongs to R. So that implies R is not transitive. R is not transitive. And we cannot find xy and yx belongs to R such that x equal to y. So that implies R is antisymmetric, but it is a null set or it is an empty set. Now let us see the next example, that let R be the relation on a set of integer on Z defined by x related to y if and only if 3x plus 4y is divisible by 7. Now the question is that show that R is an equivalence relation. So to show that R is an equivalence relation, our aim to show that it is reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive. So let us check the reflexivity. Now here for each integer x, 3x plus 4x, so it will become 7x. And 7x is clearly divisible by 7. That whatever x is there, it is multiple of 7. So which is divisible by 7. So that implies x related to x, or that is same as xx belongs to R for all x belongs to Z. Therefore that is same as to say R is reflexive. Now the second thing is about symmetry. Now let xy are two integers and 3x plus 4y is divisible by 7. That is xy belongs to R, or we can say 3x plus 4y is divisible by 7 is same as to say we can write it as 7 times k for some k belongs to integer. Now our aim to show that as xy belongs to R, we have to show yx also belongs to R. Yx belongs to R, that is same as to say what x is x, the place of x will taken by y and place of y will taken by x. Xy belongs to R, that is same as 3x plus 4y is divisible by 7. So here yx belongs to R tells 3y plus 4x. 3y plus 4x is divisible by 7. This thing we have to show. So for that purpose, let us assume or consider, I am considering that 3y plus 4x. Now this 3y can be written as 7y minus 4y. It can be written as 7y minus 4y, and 4x can be written as 7x minus 3x. So that is same as to say 7 into y plus x minus, here we can write minus common among from this, it will be 3x plus 4y. So here 7 into y plus x as it is. Now this 3x plus 4y is what? 7k. So I can write it as 7k. So here 7 into y plus x minus 7k. So we can take 7 common. So what does it give? Y plus x minus k. So as this is here x and y are integer, k is also an integer. So the addition is also an integer. So from this I can say 3y plus 4x is divisible by 7. Is divisible by 7, and that is our aim here. So that says the pair yx also belongs to R. As xy belongs to R, so 3x plus 4y is divisible by 7. So here 3y plus 4x is also divisible by 7. So it says yx belongs to R. So that implies R is symmetric. Now the next thing we have to show that R is transitive. So for that, let us see, or let us assume there are 3 integers x, y and z. Transitivity. Let x, y, z belongs to set of integer. Now here x related to y and y related to z. So that implies x related to y, it says 3x plus 4y is divisible by 7. Is divisible by 7. That is same as to say 3x plus 4y is equal to, suppose 7 times k1, where k1 belongs to some integer. Similarly, y related to z, it says 3y, and 3y plus 4z is divisible by 7, is divisible by 7, that is 3y plus 4z is equal to 7k2, where k2 belongs to set of integer. Now our aim to show that x related to z, that is to show 3x plus 4z is divisible by 7. So now let us add these two equations. This 3x plus 4y is equal to 7k1 and 3y plus 4z is equal to 7k2. While adding, this left hand side will become 3x plus 7y plus 4z. So there are such a thing, 3x plus 4z. So let we add them. So it will be, therefore it implies 3x plus 4y plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 7k1 plus 7k2. Now here we want 3x and 4z. This 4y and 3y we can easily add. So that will be 3x plus 7y plus 4z, and here 7k1 plus 7k2. So that implies 3x plus 4z equal to 7k1 plus 7k2 minus 7y. That is same as to say 3x plus 4z is equal to 7 times k1 plus k2 minus y. So k1, k2 are integers, y is also integer. So this is an integer, it is multiple of 7. So here k1 plus k2 minus y belongs to set of integer, and it is multiple of 7. So I can say 3x plus 4z is divisible by 7. is divisible by 7. That is same as to say x related to z. Now x related to y related to z, and we have been proved x related to z. Thus R is transitive. R is transitive. So as we have been shown, R is reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive. Therefore R is an equivalence relation. R is an equivalence relation. Now let us see one more example on this. Example, define a relation R on a set of non-zero real numbers. Non-zero real numbers as x related to y if and only if x into y is positive. So we have to show that R is an equivalence relation. R is an equivalence relation, and also we have to check, suppose, is R a partial order relation? Is R a partial order relation or not? That is the question, suppose. So the answer, now we have to show it is an equivalence relation. So again we have to show about it is reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive. So let us check the reflexivity. Now for each non-zero real number, x, we get x into x is nothing but it's x square, and we know square is always positive. So that implies for all x belongs to R minus singleton 0, means a non-zero real number. Non-zero real number. We can say for each one this x, this order pair belongs to this relation R. Okay, so that is same as to say R is reflexive. R is reflexive. Now symmetry. For symmetry, let xy belongs to R minus singleton 0. R minus singleton 0. X related to y is same as to say x into y is positive. Now x into y is positive is same as to say y into x is also positive. If we commute the numbers in multiplication, it will be, the multiplication is same. So that implies y related to what? X. Therefore x related to y gives y related to x. So I can say R is symmetric. R is symmetric. Okay. Now transitivity. As x related to y and y related to z. So that implies xy is positive and yz is also positive. So that tells that xy into yz is also positive. That is same as to say x into y square z is positive. That is same as to say x into z is positive, since y square is what? Positive. Square is also positive. X into z is also positive. So that says x related to z. So x related to y, y related to z, that gives x related to z. Therefore R is transitive and R is reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive. So that says R is what? An equivalence relation. Therefore that says R is an equivalence relation. Now we have to check whether it is partially ordered relation or not. Now for partial order relation, we know it should be reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. Now the relation is reflexive as well as transitive. Now the question is left for antisymmetric. Now let me take 2 and 3 belongs to R minus singleton 0. So clearly 2 into 3 is strictly greater than 0. Means I can say here 2 related to 3. Means this pair 2, 3 belongs to this relation R. And 3, 2, 3 also related to 2, as 3 into 2 is also greater than 0. So here we get here 2 related to 3 and 3 also related to 2, but 2 is not equal to 3. We can find such many pairs in which their product is positive while commute them in order, but they are not same. Hence R is not antisymmetric. R is not antisymmetric. Therefore R is not partial order relation. It is reflexive, transitive but not antisymmetric, so it is not partial order relation. So this is about the two important relations, that equivalence relation and partial order relation. Now in next video we will see representation of relations using the diagrams, matrix representation of relation, composition of relation, and then further we will go towards the transitive closure and Warshall's algorithm. Thank you.